Hello, Michael Meyer, European School of Spinology in Greystones, Ireland. We've gotten a lot of inquiries recently from prospective students about the Spinology technique. The Spinology technique is unique in that it doesn't utilize any manipulations whatsoever. Even though we're working on the spine, we're actually utilizing the spinal musculature to help the body move the bones. You see a manipulation is performed when a practitioner or a doctor or a therapist of some type has done possibly x-rays, physical exam, range of motion studies, neurological and orthopedic tests, and arrived at a diagnosis, and the diagnosis would include a misaligned bone possibly, and the direction it's misaligned, and the intended direction that the practitioner would like to go ahead and manipulate the bone. And there is an expected result following the manipulation, either a reduction in swelling, an increase in range of motion, decrease in symptoms, something to that effect. The Spinology technique doesn't utilize the same criteria in any way, shape, or form. The spinologist is trained very simply to go ahead and start at the top of the spine and palpate down to the bottom of the spine, analyzing the paravertebral musculature, or the muscles connected directly to the spinal vertebra right next to the spinal column itself. Those muscles, part of their job is to realign misaligned vertebra. Much like the muscles of a shoulder or a dislocated finger work to realign that dislocated joint, all joints of the body require the muscles to go ahead and contract or pull to realign the joint. A spinologist is specifically trained to detect those muscles, and when found, there's a very gentle assistive thrust applied very specifically in and around those muscles in the same direction those muscles are pulling to help facilitate the body's ability to go ahead and move the bone by itself. Since this isn't a forced manipulation, and since our intention is not to go ahead and try and fix or cure anything, the bone moves as much as it safely can on that given visit, and the client is then free to go. And on the next day or the following day or maybe the next week, they'll come in and the process will be repeated. We understand that the areas that we're working on more than likely are very long-standing, old misaligned vertebrae or spinal occlusions. And the body's never, ever going to fix those at 100%. And anytime any force goes through the body that might cause any kind of spinal misalignments, it's going to be the weak areas of the body that's going to be exploited. So as a spinologist, again, what we do is we start at the top of the spine and we palpate the muscles down to the bottom of the spine. And any area where we find that the body is trying but failing to move a vertebra by detecting the muscles in the direction they're pulling, we go ahead and apply an assistive force. And we don't have an expected outcome. We don't know how they're going to feel, but we do know that with proper spinal alignment, the nerve system is going to work properly, so that person is going to leave here functioning better than they came in here. That's the essence of the Spinology technique. If you'd like more information, go to www.spinology.org, or my personal website is www.thespinecentre.ie. That's the Spine Center, spelled CENTRE.ie. Hope this has been helpful. Thank you.